Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More, and I'm back at the Laundromat. Big surprise. I've got the Lotus Esprit out today for Fun Car Friday, and it matches the Laundromat pretty nicely. So this is a building I bought 4 weeks ago today, and this is what it looked like when I first bought it. For those of you who have not seen this series yet or don't remember, it was not in amazing shape, and there were way more machines back then, but most of them did not work. So it's going to look much different now than this. So remember this. We're trying to improve it and get more people in here. And we will show the sales at the end, which don't reflect that yet. And we'll talk about that and what's going on. But on the outside looks so much better. And here's what it looked like on the outside before. It had not had much work done to it in quite a while. But this is a full building. Does have a working vacuum for cars right here. It does come with that shop in the back as well. The vacuum makes a little bit of money. The car wash makes a little bit of money. It does have a car wash too. One bay here, and then another bay on the outside right here. So everything makes a little bit of money, but not very much. And we're gonna try and change that. Here's a bunch of the old machines, and we may try and get some of those working, may not. But we definitely want to get some new machines as well. We're definitely not just going to keep what we have here now. It's just a matter of finding those machines and getting them in an affordable manner, because you can easily spend $100,000 on new machines for a laundromat. It's crazy how much money you can spend, and this isn't exactly a crazy huge laundromat that will bring in an absolute ton of money to justify that. At least not yet. Maybe in the future we'll see how it goes. And this is the apartment. This is on the side of it as well. We'll show that later. So here is what the laundromat looks like now. It is a little bit different than it was before. We've got the floor down, paint down, some other new trim, different things going on. The vending machine looks great. For some reason, the vending machine is fun for me. The weird trash can thing is bolted to the inside right there, if you could see that. Here are the remaining working machines we have, at least for washers. Like I said, we want to definitely get more machines. Most of the dryers work, and the cash machine, the quarter machine works, so that's good. And even with all the work we've been having done here, people still come in and do laundry, and they're kind of like, are you guys open? We're like, yep, go right ahead. But our sales do reflect. The floor shows a little bit of dirt, but really not bad. The sales do reflect the work being done for, half the week. The whole place, half of it was tarped off while we replaced parts of the floor, and they've been painting and just doing lots of stuff in there. So I think, that definitely makes people hesitant to go in there and do laundry when you're painting. But now, with most of that done, you can see someone was doing laundry while we were there. Sales will pick up. We'll see how all that goes, especially when we get new machines, and the town's going to feature us in their newsletter in August as well. So I did want to show exactly how much money we made in the first 4 weeks, but I also want to show the progress we're making on the apartment as well. So in an ideal situation, this is what the apartment looked like before when I first bought it. It did not smell very good either, if you think it looked poorly. But in an ideal world, we could have someone who lives in the apartment who helps with the laundromat, and maybe at some point does laundry for people. Who knows? But we haven't crossed that bridge yet or gotten to that point yet. Now we're just working on getting the apartment nice, getting the laundromat fixed up, and more attractive to people. So the apartment definitely is way more attractive now, and it's not quite finished yet. We'll show you here in just a second. But yeah, it wasn't bad as far as the kitchen and different stuff, but boy, does it look better now, and I think that flooring looks a little bit better too. And we fixed some things too you can't always see or pay attention, like we replaced the front door, made it much better. We put in some cameras so we can see there. We replaced some of the windows, and if you can see here, besides the green carpet, they had the vending machine plugged into the wall. So they cut a hole in the wall so they could plug it into the outlet in the apartment. So we definitely changed that. So here's what it looks like now, because it's not quite finished. But it looks so much nicer and better. And those are the same countertops. We don't even have to change the countertops. We'll probably keep the same appliances. They're decent. They're working. And just the floor made a huge difference. And, of course, paint makes a big difference as well. And just about every remodel we do, the huge difference makers are flooring, paint. But, obviously, kitchen and baths can make a big difference as well. Fix the ceiling damage, the wall damage. This is the door that goes back into the laundromat if you ever wanted to have connection there. We'll obviously have to make that so it locks, so the person in the apartment can't get backroom access to everything. And then, yeah, the apartment goes on this way with the bathroom that has just been refreshed a little bit, nothing too crazy. We'll probably keep the toilet in the shower just for the fun of it. It's a space saver. No, but yeah, and the green carpet is gone. So nice. We put a doorway right there because the furnace isn't in the bedroom anymore, and we no longer have an outlet plugged in to the vending machine through a hole in the wall. So that's the biggest improvement we've made in this whole place. And yes, the door does work to the outside as well, which is nice. And yeah, the laundromat's right there, the apartment right there, right next to it. So here is collecting money, which is always fun. It'll be way, way more fun once we get things going better. So it's a little disappointing the last week, and I knew that would happen because we've been doing so much work there. I know people are hesitant to do laundry when we have so much going on, but we've had a lot more people showing up and checking the place out and just kind of looking around. So once we do get new machines and some better, not as many construction workers in there, it'll be so much better, and hopefully we'll see a big uptick in sales. My labeling system is not always ideal, but eventually I usually get to it. So not horrible, not amazing as far as collections. This is the second time I've collected from the washers this week, so I'll have the total here at the end for the whole week. And then the dryers, this one gets used a lot, but for some reason there's almost nothing in it ever. So it's always curious to see 50 cents. Yeah. It doesn't make sense because people say they love that machine, but I don't know if just the coin mechanism doesn't work right, or if they can trick it, or if the only time they actually put money into it is when they know someone's there watching them, like me or the contractors. And that one had 0, which has happened before where that one's had nothing in it too, and then other times it's had a ton of money in it. So I don't understand that one either, but I know that was also kind of cordoned off during a lot of the construction, so that could be part of it. And then this one, which is the bottom one's out of order, the top one works, but these sometimes have a lot of money in them, sometimes don't. So not a ton of money, but a little bit, which is good to see. And yeah, it was nice to see people still using it, still going, even though we had so much stuff going on. And then you do have to make sure you get those back in there, because it's real easy to not lock them and just leave them open. And then, not that people could tell that until I just mentioned that now in the video, but if you were messing around with them, you could. Then there's the car wash money, which hasn't been as much lately either, and I wonder if part of that is because we took the car wash sign off when we did some painting and didn't put it back up. So I told my guys to put that back up, just because maybe with the work we're doing, people thought the car wash stopped working, but it did not. And the vending machine, which is for some reason one of my favorite ones to check. I just kind of really want it to do well. And earlier I checked just for fun of it on, was it Wednesday or Monday? I don't remember which day it was. And there was like $6 in there, including some gold, like dollar coins. And so that was exciting. So I thought, man, it's going to be awesome how much is in there now. And there's 1/4. So still, the vending machine is not a huge money maker yet. Still looking for a pop machine and some different stuff too. So keeping my eye open. And I thought I would check the soap machine this time too, because I haven't checked it for a few weeks. There was nothing in it when I first checked, but I did notice there were some missing. Some of the soaps were missing, so somebody had gotten some. And this thing is so frustrating. You have to take that top off with a key, and then you have to unscrew this bottom part and then scoop the quarters out after you pop that thing off. So it's very not user-friendly to get the quarters out, and then you have to make sure you get it back in the right way. So this is what we collected today. Like I said, it was our second collection. So the top is washer, the second to top dryer, then we have the car wash, then we have the vacuum, soap, and vending machine. So the soap had $2.50 in it. Amazing. And then here's my chart I make that shows our weekly sales in every category, and it was not a good week. So we only had 134 in revenue coming in. The other weeks we've had way more, and like I said, part of this could be because of the construction. I'm hoping that's it, but we'll see. The next month, hopefully, we do a lot better, because really for the 4 weeks we made about $782, which I don't think will cover utilities and taxes. So we'll see. We're still waiting for utilities to come in because I'm really curious to see how much gas and electric and water we're using, how much we're being charged for that. And but yeah, like I said, it's definitely a work in progress. We have a lot more work to do. When we get the apartment rented, that will obviously bring in some money. We could also rent that back shop if we want to. That could bring in some money. And at that point, the laundry and car wash is kind of like a bonus. And if we really got that business going well, it could really be a neat property that makes quite a bit of money. So instead of leaving everybody on a sour note about how little money the car wash is making in Laundromat, I decided to put in my liquor store and mini mart sales, which have been going fantastic. And it seems like every week we're doing better and better and better. So that's been really fun to watch, really fun to see. That was when I put a ton of work in as well in the beginning. And now we're not having to do hardly anything there. It's got a full-time manager, staff, and sales have been doing great. So thank you for watching. We'll have many more videos of the Laundromat, and we'll figure out what new machines to get. That's something I really want to do pretty soon, but it's not easy. It's hard to find them. And then, of course, we'll keep updating the sales on how they're doing as well. All right. Love the likes, love the follows, love comments. So let me know what you think. And we'll have more videos on not just the businesses, but my flips and commercial properties and different things going on as well.